Welcome to its Rafik. In today's video I am going to explain the fourth part of chapter 2, that is internet services. In first part I have already explained about email, search engine and how it works. Now in today's video first I am going to explain you about VTC or video teleconference. Video conference or VTC is a real life meeting environment. Means at present nowadays we are doing video chatting or video calling, that we can say as VTC. It brought the world much closer than it was before. Before we cannot do face-to-face interact, we can do only voice calling, but after VTC we can do face-to-face interact with anyone in all over the world. You must have watched news on TV, means on news channels you must watch that one reporter is outside on the location where the incident happens and one reporter on the news studio, and both are interacting or they are doing live telecast. These are examples of VTC. And even our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he is doing conference with chief ministers or sometime with students, Man Ki Baat and all. These all are example of VTC. Now how does VTC take place? First we need a camera to capture video and one microphone to record audio. If we are doing the VTC from our mobile or laptop, then we already have both the things integrated in our device. But if we have a desktop computer, then we'll require a camera and a microphone. The picture and the audio signal are converted into compressed digital signals that are transmitted through modem to the other end. The signals are then converted back to pictures and audio, which is finally projected on the screen or display on the monitor, and the audio is displayed on the audio speaker. Now the technical components of VTC. VTC uses audio telecommunication to bring different sides. The technology used in VTC are as follows. First one is video input. Here we can use a web camera or a camera. Video output. To display the output of the video, we can use a video camera, or video output we can use a projector, or we can go for a monitor. Then next, audio input. Here we can use microphone. Audio output, speaker, or we can use speaker only. Then data transfer. Along with the digital audio and video, we need internet also, that comes under data transfer. Now the advantages of VTC. What are the advantages we are getting by using VTC? In education, there are different kind of advantages that we can get from VTC. They are: first, VTC in education. Faculty members can keep in touch with the class even when they are away from meeting or for a meeting or a conference. So we can take example of at present COVID situation. Now all the schools are closed, so the students can interact with the teachers by using VTC or video conference. For example, Zoom, Google Meet, etc. Their teachers can teach the lessons in a real life environment. And guest lectures from a remote area can be delivered lectures to a class in some other institution without being physically present at the institution. Now some guest lecturers or guest professors, for example a professor from Delhi University, he can deliver lecture to our school or in any colleges in India or anywhere of the world, in the world. For that the professor no need to go physically to that college. He can deliver the lecture through VTC. Then researchers can discuss project, thesis, etc. with colleges and other institutions on a regular basis or without any loss of time due to travel. Now who are doing a PhD or researches, they can do teleconference or VTC with their colleagues or their teammates, and they can discuss the topics. And For that they don't have to travel from one place to another. And the last one is, an employer in one city can interview a candidate in another city. Now for this COVID situation, the for a job interview, the employer cannot go to the interviewer cannot directly go to the physical location of the office. For that purpose, the employer can take an interview through VTC. They can use Zoom, Google Meet, or any other for doing this purpose. VTC in medicine. VTC can also benefit physicians in the following ways. Using VTC, physicians can discuss cases across a large distance during emergencies. Special peripherals such as a microscope fitted with digital cameras, video endoscope, ultrasound, etc. can be used in conjunction with VTC equipment to transmit data about a patient. Now, for some serious diseases, the doctor can take help from some expert doctors by using VTC. They can connect the MRI machines or ultrasound machines with VTC, and they can show the report to the senior doctor, and the senior doctor can give the final report to the junior doctor. Apart from this, VTC has become common means of holding discussion between people located in far off places. The application widely used in corporate communication and even by the judiciary for the recording statement of criminal or witness who are unable to come out of the court. Now sometimes there are very dangerous criminal might be inside jail, so they directly cannot come out from the jail. As you have seen in old Hindi movies, the villains always try to escape their partners from the police jail or from polices. So what they do, judges, they held an VTC or video conference with the criminal to get their statements. So they will be inside the jail only. Through a VTC, their hearing will be conducted. Now next, it's e-commerce. Buying or selling things on the internet is known as e-commerce. Now buying and selling. Buying means, suppose I am buying something from the Flipkart, so I will be the buyer, and some shopkeeper are selling the things on the Flipkart, they are seller. So if we are doing both the things on the internet, this is known as e-commerce. Companies set up a website and they are displaying all the products on their website, and they are selling it to the buyers, and they are taking the payment through card or sometimes even cash on delivery. And please remember, while the companies set up websites for e-commerce, they have to follow some rules for like security issues and all. They have to take license from the government, then only they are allowed to open e-commerce websites. There are different kind of e-commerce websites. There are different kinds of e-commerce models. They are business to business, in shorts B2B, business to consumer B2C, consumer to consumer C2C, and digital middleman. Business to business, this model include a company site buying other companies' things from the web. Here one company will develop a website for buying the things of another company. This model is known as B2B. And B2C, here the business model develop a website, and they will display all their products on that website. For example, suppose Samsung. On Samsung website, we can see all the listing of Samsung mobiles, and from there even we can buy. So this model will known as B2C. This model refer to a company establishment or a website on the internet. Such company provide information about their products, services on the site. This enable consumer to buy any product or take any information from the site. Now the last one is C2C, consumer to consumer. This model refers to auction sites where individual consumer put up items or other individual consumer bid for the items. Some example of these sites are eBay, OLX, Quicker, etc. Here one consumer will add one ad or things on the website, and another one will buy that product by negotiation or some bidding. So this model is known as B2C. Now digital middleman, this one is the last model or the most popular model of e-commerce. This model refers a company provided information about many other companies on a single website. Such one company website will be there, for example Amazon. Inside there some another company things will be listed, or some other shopkeepers product will be listed. From there we can buy the things, and for selling the things the company website takes some commissions. Suppose Amazon, I have a shop and I have listed my product on Amazon. When I'll sell something on Amazon website, then I have to pay some commission to the Amazon. So directly in I cannot sell the product. A commission is charged for each transaction for buying or selling through digital middlemen. For example, Flipkart.com, Amazon.com, Myntra.com, etc. Now the advantages of e-commerce. So there, at present situation, e-commerce is the best one to avoid gatherings. So here are some advantages. It is easy to start a business at low cost, and increasing the number of consumers are drawn by the convincing of shopping at home. So we don't have to put up a showroom, we don't have to spend for decoration on all, just we have to make a website for doing business online. So we are saving the money which I may use on for the showroom or the decoration. I just need one website, and there will be no limit of for the customers. Means if I make a physical shop, then my customer will be only the local one. A person from outside of my city cannot buy the things from my shop. But through online I can sell my product across the globe, and it is available 24/7. It's never closed. Traditional shops, they are closed at 9 p.m. or something like that, but the online websites, Flipkart, Amazon and all, they are always open. The buying and selling product are fast, so we don't have to stand in a queue while we are going to shopping malls. We have to stand in line for paying the bills, but here we don't have to stand in line. Consumer can easily select product and have the best deal price for the product from different providers. Here consumers will get variety of choices and different websites providing same product with different prices. Here we can compare the price, even the quality, and we can buy the best one from the websites or from the internet. These are advantages of e-commerce. Now here are some disadvantages of e-commerce. The first one is security issue. The issue of security of data and the possibility of fraud are major concerned. Now while you are surfing Instagram or Facebook, there you might see some ads where smartwatch or smartphone are selling in just 1000 or 2000 rupee, which is not possible. And sometimes even shoe or clothes are very low cost. So these are most probably maybe fraud. While you are buying product from them, they will take your money through card or something, some other means, and they will send you a duplicate product or a worse product to you. Or sometimes they might collect your card information, password, security number and all, and they will misuse it afterwards. And many people hesitate to send information and sensitive information such as credit card number over the internet. Many people does not want to share it. So for them the online shopping will be not a good options, but they can go for cash on delivery. They fear that information may be interrupted by third parties who may misuse them. Companies are working hard to resolve the issue because the internet does offer them a variable method of conducting businesses. Like nowadays company are providing cash on delivery. Through cash on delivery we don't have to pay, disclose our card information to the companies. So they are using some other things also for resolving these issues. Consumers hesitate to buy online because they are not in a position of examine the product physically. So while we are buying the clothes or some other things, grocery items, we can directly touch and feel the products. But while we are buying the things through online, we can't touch them physically. So some people hesitate to buy things online. But nowadays computer engineers are trying hard to give us a real life feel while doing online shopping. For example, in some websites, there's just you have to stand in front of the camera and they will show the product, suppose a lens skirt. While you are visiting their app or websites, suppose you want to buy a spec, there's just select the spec and open your camera app or allow permission to your camera. Then it will show you how it will look in your face. Even in Myntra, some clothes you can check how you look after wearing the clothes. So this way computer engineers or the software developers are trying hard for making e-commerce better. And even security are nowadays improved. If you are buying the things from a trusted website like Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra and all, then there is very less chances to be get hacked by hackers or crackers. But if you are going to buy the things from websites which you have never heard, and maybe there are many negative reviews of that websites, then your card information or account might be hacked. You should always avoid this type of websites while you are buying the things from internet, even if they are offering you the things at very low cost. The next one, FTP, File Transfer Protocol. File Transfer Protocol is a standard protocol, is the simplest way to exchange files between computers on the internet. It makes the use of internet's TCP protocol for this purpose. In HTTP we can transfer hypertext information. There also we can transfer files, but for long files the HTTP is not recommended. If you want to transfer very long files, then we can choose FTP. FTP is commonly used to transfer web files from their creators or from the original computer to the web servers. Like while we are developing websites or making web pages, then our file have to be transferred with the server. That for that purposes we are using FTP. FTP clients, sometime most of the time we can use FTP by command line, but nowadays we can use some third-party website software also for using the FTP. For example, FileZilla or Smart FTP are some graphical software where we can use the FTP very easily. For using FTP services, we have to provide one, most of the time we have to provide our username and password to access their websites. But sometimes we can access their FTP web servers without any username or any password. That technology or terminology is known as anonymous. Anonymous means our identity is not known or the user ID is not known. If we are logging to the FTP through username and password, some providers might allow us to delete, copy, move the files in that server, but some might be restricted the update and delete functions. They can only allow us to view the files. Anonymous FTP is a method for giving access to the files so that we do not have to identify ourselves to the server. Our identity will be hidden. Using FTP program or FTP command interface, the user anonymous as user ID. Usually password is default or furnished by the FTP servers. Anonymous FTP is a common way to accessing server in order to view download files that are publicly available. If you want to download a movie publicly from a server, you can go for anonymous FTP. For login to HTTP FTP client, we can open command line and type FTP then / hostname. Suppose I want to access Amazon server, then amazon.com and the particular folder name. And after that, if it is required password, authenticate by password, then it will ask me username and password. I have to enter both. After that, it might log into the FTP client. While you are using FTP from FTP client, These are some commands. Suppose you want to change folder or directory, you can type cd and the folder name. Suppose I want to go to the next folder, which folder name is my document, then I can type cd my document. ls, here by typing ls command you can see the complete folders or directories which is available on that FTP server. Get, to transfer files from the remote host. mget, multiple file transfer. Beside this, FTP support a large number of other commands which you can get by click on the help button. Note, if someone tells you to use anonymous FTP and gives you the server name, just remember to use the word anonymous as your user ID, and you can enter anything as the password. For anonymous, you don't have to give your any password, just type anything, or just you can keep blank also. Now downloading and uploading. Downloading involves transfer files from a remote system to your computer system. Suppose you are downloading pictures from Google server to your computer, then it is known as download. You are transferring one file from Google server to your computer, that is download. And when you are sending your computer file to a remote server, that is known as uploading. Uploading files involves transfer files from your computer hard disk to another remote system. From internet users' point of view, uploading involves sending files to a remote computer that is set up to receive it. People who share information with others on bulletin board or BBS. For today's class, this much only. See you in next class. There I will discuss about telnet and the remaining part of the chapter 2. Till then, take care and bye.